Yo, what's up? What's happening? What's good, meatheads? Hope you're having an amazing day and welcome to another episode of the Meathead on the Mic podcast. It's your boy, the returning champion IFBB Pro, Matt Vitale. Today, I'm going to be giving you guys a quick hack, a very quick hack that if you implemented right now, you could lose 5 pounds within the coming week. All right, so it's a very quick hack, very So I think we have a little bit of mic issues right now. I'm just going to fix that. Cool. Should be good. All right. Let's see if we can get this recorded now. Sweet. All right. That works, right? Okay. Yo, what's good, meatheads? Hope you're having an amazing day, and welcome to another episode of the Meathead on the Mic podcast. It's your returning champion, IFBB Pro Matt Brutale, and today I'm going to be sharing with you guys a quick hack, something that you can do if you were to implement it right now. You could lose 5 pounds within the coming week. All right. So if you want to lose 5 pounds within the coming week, then pay attention to this episode. Okay, pay attention to this episode. It's very, very simple. There's one thing that you can do that can guarantee you will lose 5 pounds within the next week. Okay. Again, very short, sweet, to the point. This episode, we're not gonna, fluff it up too much. So pay attention if you actually want to lose 5 pounds within the coming week. All right. So let's break it down. How to lose 5 pounds in 1 week by doing this one thing. It's very basic. All you have to do is cut 200 calories. What? You're probably thinking like 200 calories. Like, no, that's too little for me to lose 5 pounds in 1 week. And if you're thinking that, then just wait a minute, okay? Because I'm going to explain to you why cutting only 200 calories can actually help you lose up to 5 pounds within 1 week, okay? Today, I want to bring the basics to the forefront so you can understand how simple it is for you to lose your first 5 pounds, 10 pounds, and eventually 20 pounds of fat. All right. So if you're overweight, you need to understand this. If you want to burn fat, you need to understand this. If you want to shrink your waist, you just got to pay attention to what I'm talking about right now. Okay. You burn more calories just by existing than you ever would with your training and your cardio. Okay. I'm going to repeat that again for you guys. All right. You burn more calories just by existing than you ever would with any level of physical activity or cardio, whatever, however you want to put it. All right. How is this possible? Well, because, think of it. Our bodies are always using energy just to function. For me to talk to you right now, I'm burning calories. For you to hold your phone, you're burning calories. For you to blink, you're burning calories. For you to digest food, breathe, think, walk into the car, reach for the TV remote, you are burning calories. Where our body is always using energy to do things like outside of just using energy for training, outside of just using energy for doing cardio, our bodies is on. There's an on and off switch. When our body's off, we're asleep. When our body's on, we are awake doing shit. Okay. And if we can understand that, then we know, okay, well, yeah, my body's on. This machine is on. It's constantly working, which means that I'm constantly burning energy. So, guys, you burn more calories just by existing than you ever would by training and doing cardio. Okay. And that's something that you really probably don't even think about. But I like the fact that it's true, because if it weren't, then it'd be a lot harder to burn fat. Okay. The problem is that you guys and some of you girls are eating in excess and your body is storing extra calories as fat. So think, as I've talked about this several times on this podcast, where think of a car, a gas tank. Okay. If you get gas, you put the nozzle in and you fill up the tank, right? And it reaches full, and you haven't turned on the car, driven 1,000 kilometers and burned that gas, what's going to happen is that gas is going to overflow. And when that gas overflows, it's going to pour onto the ground. And that overspill, that spill that we like to call in the fitness community, is fat, right? You consume more energy than you can burn, and then it ends up spilling everywhere, right? And that's what happens essentially when you get fat. You put in too much food and you don't burn enough of it for yourself to actually, either build muscle or just to burn fat. So you end up just packing on energy and it has nowhere to go. All right, you're overflowing, you're overspilling. You understand? So that's a problem, but it's also something that's very easy to fix, especially if you know that you're doing it. All right. So, in order to lose your first 5 pounds within 1 week, all you've got to do is drop your calories by at least 200. And it's super simple. Whatever you're eating right now, literally whatever you're eating right now, of course, I'm not going to encourage you to continue eating like shit if you eat like shit, but it does apply to whatever you're eating right now because this is a game about calories. If you were just to simply remove 200 calories consistently, so you whatever you're eating minus 200 calories and then consistently eat that amount for an entire week plus doing other things which we're going to talk about in a little bit, you could lose up to 5 pounds in 1 week. 3 to 5 pounds is the range. And it's that simple, especially if you are overweight. Your body doesn't want to stay overweight. It's going to fight for you to lose weight. Right? It's like, take that in. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, guys, what's an easy way to cut 200 calories? What's one of the easiest way to cut 200 calories? It's very simple. Reduce snacking. So whatever you like to snack on, like literally anything. Like some of you guys love chips, some of you guys love cookies or candies or ice cream, whatever it is. That one snack or those few snacks that you always have in rotation, just get rid of it. As I said, you can continuously eat what you're already eating, even if it's junk food, which I don't recommend, right? But as long as that's consistent and you remove the snacking and you're eating less than you normally would have to maintain that weight, you would already lose weight, 3 to 5 pounds, in conjunction with doing other things, which we're going to talk about very shortly. And like, let's break it down. How realistic is like the snack correlating to like 200 calories? Like, how do we know you even snack on 200 calories? Maybe it's less. That's what you feel like, right? Well, the truth is, you don't actually know because let's be honest, you actually track what you eat. And if you're overweight, the answer is probably no. Because if you did track what you eat, there was no way you would actually consciously, eat yourself into that position unless you had an eating disorder. All right. One Oreo cookie is about 53 calories. If you love cookies, this is for you. Okay. 4 Oreo cookies, 53 times 4. For any of you guys that are good at math. So that's what? Like 206 calories. So if you just stopped eating those 4 fucking Oreo cookies, and I know a lot of you guys, if you were to eat cookies, you ate way more than 4 cookies. Probably have the whole fucking box or half of it. So think of it. You're probably sneaking in 1,000 calories, 800 calories to 1,000 calories on just cookies or chips or candy or whatever it is, ice cream. And if you were just to not snack, believe me, you would be able to spare that difference of calories. And if you were to eat what you are already just eating, you would lose weight. This is literally your reminder to stop snacking. So that one snack that you have almost every single day, drop it. It's as simple as that. Does it mean you could never have the snack again? No. And there are ways to integrate snacks, even though I don't like to admit that processed foods, and when I say processed food, I'm talking about junk food because technically every food ever is processed now with GMOs, but that's a different conversation. I don't want to admit that, we are as human beings addicted to these things, but we can manage these addictions and still lose weight. However, the first step you must take is to build the discipline of this addiction and to make sure that you are in control and that your addiction isn't. And the way that we do that is for some people cutting it cold turkey, for some people weaning off of it slowly, and that's pretty much the two options that you do have. But if you do want to lose 5 pounds within 1 week, 3 to 5 pounds, you're gonna have to sort of approach the more of an extreme side where you cut it cold turkey for the week. You'll see how it affects your body in terms of like the weight on the scale. You won't notice any like dramatic differences with the way you look, especially if you're extremely overweight, but you will see the weight reduce if you're consuming less calories. And think of it like, we don't ever snack. When we snack, we're not counting the chips. We're not counting the Oreos, the candy. We're just eating until we're done, right? And so if 4 Oreo cookies equal 200 calories, and you have more than 4 cookies when you snack, that's a great deal of calories you're cutting up on, which is going to positively affect your fitness journey. Does that make sense? Okay. And as easy as it sounds to drop the one snack, it isn't the only thing that you can do to lose your first 5 pounds in 1 week. Okay, you'll probably, realistically speaking, I don't like guys. I like to keep it a stack here. You'll probably lose 3 to 5 pounds if you just focus on the dropping the snack part. But if you want to guarantee 5+ pounds, not just within the week, but in the coming weeks and in the months after that and the years after that, to make sure that you're actually burning fat and keeping it off, it's one thing you got to focus on: building muscle. Building muscle is going to allow your body to burn more calories just by thinking, walking, eating, sleeping, doing the things that we do when our body's on, not off sleeping. Okay. And the reason why that happens is because the more muscle that we have, the higher our BMR is. If you don't know what a BMR is, a BMR is a basal metabolic rate, and your basal metabolic rate is the indicator of how many calories you burn every single day just by fucking existing, even in your sleep. Okay. And the way we can tweak that, the way we can tweak your metabolism, which is your BMR, and make your metabolism faster so you burn more calories, is by putting on more muscle, because having more muscle costs more energy. When your body is on walking around, you burn more muscle or you burn more fat when you have more muscle on your body. You know, if you were to compare any activity that you were to do overweight without muscle or with less muscle, then if you were to have more muscle, the same activity for the same time at the same intensity level will always burn more calories when you have more muscle, because it's more calorically expensive for your body to have more muscle, meaning that you just burn more calories the more jacked you are. It's the reason why that you're looking at me, IFBB Pro Matt Vitale, I can eat a fucking box of pizza. I'll be perfectly fine. Within the week, I'll be perfectly fine. My body's going to burn that off quite quickly. Whereas if you were to do that, your metabolism, you wouldn't metabolize it as fast or as efficiently. Most of that fat, the carbohydrates in that pizza will turn to fat for you, and most of the carbohydrates in that pizza, for me, will turn to glycogen. Some will still turn to fat, absolutely, but most of it will be turning into glycogen, and glycogen is what you want because that's a muscle food. That's what gives you the pump. If you ever heard of bodybuilders saying, "I'm carving up," and they have the rice, the bread, the Rice Krispies, or whatever the carb is, even some candies, and their muscles puff up, it's because their body is absorbing the sugars in that, and it's converting to glycogen as opposed to fats. Okay. And again, I don't have to really dive really deep down that rabbit hole, but it's just to show you want to focus on building muscle, because not only will it cost you energy to build that muscle, like to go to the gym to do cardio, to go to the gym to lift the weight, you're already burning calories. Then on top of that, you're increasing the muscle that you have, so it's keeping the calories burning at a higher level and locking in a faster metabolism, so that even when you're not in the gym, you're burning more calories, right? You got to focus on training, doing your cardio, and eating at least 0.7 to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight consistently over a period of time that you are in a calorie deficit. A calorie deficit is sort of, again, simply put, what we are implementing in this quick, 5 pounds off in 1 week method, which is to reduce the amount of calories that you are consuming to a point where it's less than what your body would need to maintain your weight and less than what your body would need to even grow. Okay. Doesn't mean starve yourself, but it definitely doesn't mean, feed yourself to a level where you're always full. All right. And that's honestly a topic for another day. We do have other episodes on the Meathead on the Mic podcast where we do talk about that. So you are more than welcome to tune into those. All right. We know that if we want to lose weight, we can do things quickly. But if we want to keep things off, we have to do things consistently. Okay. You got to understand that. There's levels to this shit. You got to be physically active. This means, again, doing the basic, literally entry level activity. Whatever you can do is what you should do. I'm not going to tell you to go to the gym and try to rep out like 3 plates in the bench press and then try to like yoke yourself up to build as much muscle as possible, as fast as possible, so you can take advantage of these metabolic gains, so on and so forth. Do what you can do. I'm aware that not everybody can even go into the gym, whether it's for confidence issues, whatever it is. You have weights at home and you prefer that. Cool. Do what you can do. Get physically active and stay physically active while respecting your caloric requirements. All you got to do is train 2 to 3 days a week, do a little bit of cardio, 10, 15 minutes. Okay. 2 to 3 times a week as well. You'll be golden. You'll be Gucci. You lose weight. All right. If you're overweight, don't think of eating yourself into like a deficit or starving yourself. Think of exercising your way into a deficit. Meaning, think of burning calories that you already have inside your body instead of limiting, extremely limiting the amount of calories or food that you're putting into it. Does that make sense? If it doesn't make sense, you're not listening. The reason why it does make sense is because, again, if you simply just cut your calories by 200 and do cardio and train 3 to 5 days a week, you lose 5 pounds in literally probably less than a week. Whereas if you were to just do the same thing again, and again, 200 calories is modest. It's very easy to, especially with snacks. You're probably eating the 200 calories from shit that's bad for you. But if you were to reduce to 200 calories by itself, you would lose weight, but you would lose less of it. Okay, and or it would take a longer period of time, and it would probably be easier to regain if you weren't, maintaining a level of physical activity, right? Because why? You're not building muscle in the process, and if you're not building muscle, think of it like a data. You're not saving your data in the game. If you guys play video games, building muscle helps you save your data. Once you hit that checkpoint, boom, you're locked in. And that checkpoint is the more muscle you add because it speeds up and locks in that new speed of the metabolism, which is going to keep that state of momentum for you to not only burn the fat, but to keep it off. All right. Hope this episode makes sense to you. If you want to lose 5 pounds within the week or more, reach out to me. All right. Instagram, Matt Butale, TikTok, Matt Butale, YouTube, drop a comment, Facebook, you know where to find me. All right, that's it. That's all. If you like this episode, share it out with a friend. I hope I was able to deliver a valuable experience to you guys and girls today. Thank you so much for your precious time and attention. Let's embrace your inner meathead together. It's been nice chatting. Hope you like what today's topic was about. IFBB Pro, Matt Butale, signing out. Boom. All right, folks. Episode's recorded. We won't be sitting around here and answering questions because, number one, there aren't many questions here. And if you do have questions, feel free to just DM me. My DMs are always open for you guys. All right. Cool, folks. Ethan, God bless you. All right, folks, you know what it is. If you want to reach out, hit me up and we can chat about how I can help you. All right. That's it. That's all.